us a rainy day, but it's supposed to end soon. It's actually slowing down right now. And probably by the time I get down to the river, put my kayak in, it should be cleared up. It'll be just perfect to go down and do a little bit of surface hunting. We're going to go down here in a little spot in Jackson County where a guy gave me permission to hunt the beaches below his fields. We've been there before, but it's been a minute since I've been down here, at least 3 or 4 months. So we're going to come down here today and put a few hours in, see what we can find. We'll see when we get down to the beach. Right there's nature at work, folks. I'll watch that yellow jacket grab him off of his web. And it looks like he's already killed him. I like inchworms better than yellow jackets, but you don't interfere with nature. That's the way things work. Circle of life right there. That's crazy. All right, we're out on the water now. Just time to get across and do us a little searching. We'll see you when we get to the other side. Well, we got half of an artifact. There's half of a nutting stone. It's been fire popped. I'll keep my eyes peeled. The other half could be laying here because it all falls out together most of the time. Yeah, that's definitely a nutting stone there. I wish I could have found that hole. That'd have been a good one. There's fired rock everywhere right here. As soon as I pulled up, a lot of stuff's fallen out since I've last been here, which was months and months ago. So, lots of good places to look. We're gonna keep our eyes peeled, see if we can find anything. Now here's a really neat find that was laying out on the beach. This is a spall where they've been knocking pieces off all over. That's so cool. They got them a couple good ones right there where my thumb is. All right, that's a neat one there. I like finding some of that more obscure stuff. This looks like it might be a good little hole right here. There's a lot of rocks falling out of the hill here too. This place has changed a lot since I was here a few months ago. I'm gonna have to take extra care to take my time and look around real slow through here and make sure we cover the ground well so I don't miss anything. So I'm gonna jump back off here. We'll jump back on when we find something again. I found all that little work pieces and spalled off pieces just surface hunting. I haven't even started digging yet. I might get up in there and look around. I found a nice antique bottle up there, that Bowman's White Pine Compound bottle, if you've ever watched that video. I found it right back there, and it's like a little run that comes down when it rains. Get up there and look around, and here in a little bit we'll start our sifting. There's a line in the sand. Whoa, about fell. Right there. Little snail. Put him right back down where we found him, right at the end of his line, so he don't get confused. Well, I'm about run out of stuff to surface hunt. We'll go down here and bust out the sifter now. Go. All right, we haven't looked all the way through this sifter yet, but I found a piece I think might be a part of a broke tip or a broke base. I'm not 100% sure. But this piece here, it was to a blade or a point. It looks like something that was, you could tell it's worked all the way around. It was something that they probably busted off and turned into a scraper or a little blade. But that's the top of it. So And that's worked all the way around from there, all the way around there. It's got working, and it busted off there. So there's two little pieces there. That puts us on the board with this sift. We got a nice little spot here. We're gonna keep looking. All right, I found a piece of what I think is called a horn coral fossil in that last sift. So we'll put that in. We're up through the beach now. Trying to find a good place to put the last few sifts in. I hear some thunder. I'm probably gonna have to pack it up soon. So we'll hunt up a real good spot, see if we can't pull one more thing up out of the ground. All right, I found this rock here. It's got a circle in it there. It's not really indented on the other sides. It's a pretty evenly wore spot too. Tell me what you think. I thought possibly it could be something to do with like nutting stones or pestles and mortars. Maybe even the top, to like they put a cap sometimes on a friction bow drill for fire. I don't know if they had that technology. They just had a hand bow drill or a hand drill. But it looks really neat. I figured it can go in the what if pile if anybody out there knows what it is, because if it's an artifact, it's a new kind of artifact to me. If y'all know what it is, let me know in the comments. I can take it out of the what if pile and put it in with the rest of my actual artifacts. We're about finished up. It's starting to get dark. I think there's a storm coming up the river. We're gonna do 4 or 5 more sifts and then head back across. We'll do a couple more sifts, but I ran into a little guy. I gotta get him out of my way. Our little friend right here. Let him down. I'd go in the water to get away. All right, go in the water. There he went. See you later. We're gonna take a look at our finds here in a minute. But something just occurred to me being in here today, and it only occurred to me because I didn't know this the last time I was in here, but I'm on a page on Facebook for arrowheads. My videos, I share them on there a lot with people, and there's a guy on there. He's an expert, a very friendly guy by the name of Dave Ullman, and he explained to me the other night about how cord marked pot, well, just pottery in general, kind of came to be, and the very odd way that it kind of got disseminated through different tribes. And it took a really long time to, basically because it was a woman's activity, and it was kind of more difficult in that respect for that skill to get passed on to other tribes, because people had to leave tribes and visit others and teach them, or a tribe had to intermarry with another tribe. And basically the only way that the skill got from one tribe to another is if the woman traveled. So one thing he brought up that I thought was pretty cool was this process took a really long time. And there would be tribes, like say up the river that way, there's a river called the Shade River. That's not very far. It's only about a 5-minute paddle up there, right about where that hill comes down. And say there was a tribe up there and they had cord marked pottery, and you were at the boundary area of where some tribes maybe didn't get along and they didn't communicate. You would have a tribe up here that had pottery, possibly, and then a tribe down here, not even 4 or 5 miles on another small side river off the Ohio, they might not get pottery for hundreds of years, simply because these tribes, they could be xenophobic towards each other sometimes, and they wouldn't always talk to each other and communicate. So it was really neat to learn that. And I never thought about it till just now. We're not even 20 miles downstream of where I normally look in town. And I've rarely ever, I don't know if I've ever found a piece of cord mark pottery over here. I might have. I'd have to look back in some of my old videos. But to my knowledge, I've never found a piece in here. I found it in Marietta. I found it in Parkersburg, and I found it in a few other places. But, you know, that could be the result of those tribes where they didn't get along, or they had a real rigid gender system where, you know, the males did certain things and the women did other things. But it's really neat when you learn things like that, and it kind of puts the pieces together and helps you kind of get an idea for where you're digging, what kind of life they had, and what kind of interactions they had with people not very far, not, you know, a day's walk. So I thought that was neat. I thought that I'd share it with you guys. We're gonna take a look at our finds now. I thought it'd be cool kind of do our finds out here today. I found that spalled off rock there. That's pretty neat. We've been working pieces off. I haven't found one like that yet. Then we found one that had half a nutting stone. I'd love to have found that thing whole. I don't have a good nutting stone. I got a couple, it's like starters. They're not very deep. That's he was working on that side of that rock there. Get the focus. Todd's fire treated. Let's see. Here's a big old piece. I think they might have been using that for a little scraper. Found a piece there, looked like they might have been trying to work, but. And then I did have one that was worked to a tip. It's kind of crude. You could tell it's been worked, but you can, if you look at it, it looks like it's definitely broke on the bottom. It looks like it's broke off a bigger tip, and they decided to try to save it. And it's probably if I had to guess, I'd say it's a little scraper, but it could be a little crude knife too, and then it just broke more. So we got a good little handful. This spot isn't as generous as my other spot, but I think there's more people come in here and look than just me. I know I've seen shovel marks and footprints every other time I come in here, so, you know, we gotta share it with whoever the landowner lets in here other than us. I don't have a problem with that. But at least we found something. We didn't goose egg today. So that's everything we got. I thank everybody for watching again, and we'll see you next time.